check this out.
Full disclaimer, I've already opened this box. The scope's not in here, but I just want to show you guys what you get with it. You guys get an owner's manual. Now this is kind of a generic owner's manual for their scopes. There you go. The reason I kind of know is because it says parallax adjustment right here, which ours does not have parallax adjustment. And it talks about how to bore sight it and some other stuff in here. The one good thing I want to go over, right here in the very back, is limited lifetime warranty. Boom. Here is a cool little card with all the information about this. So you got a 1 to 6 first focal plane. Here's your eye reliefs, your exit eye pupil, 0.1 mil per click, 35 mil adjustment total, 19.5 mils for windage, a 24 millimeter objective lens on a 30 millimeter tube. It does have illumination. You guys can see all that right there. Shockproof, waterproof, fogproof, nitrogen filled. Boom. All right, real quick, I got to thank my sponsors, JST Supply and Re9 Safety. Re9 Safety supplies me with all my cardboard targets and my target stand. Appreciate the targets. And JST Supply. Well, guys, heck, if you don't know what JST Supply is, I mean, they got things like the Patamus lower parts kit, Patamus slides, all sorts of good stuff. Very, very cool. They also have the Matador Mat 9. We're ready to go. And don't forget, if you guys are going to go over there and you're going to buy yourself a Gideon Optics, use coupon code Delta10 at checkout and get yourself 10% off on any one of their Gideon Optics over there. Thanks to JSD Supply and Ray9 for sponsoring the channel today. Those links will be in the description down below. Let's get back to the regular scheduled program. They also give you a huge checklist. The company goes through a checklist of everything. They do all this first, pass, 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 pass. They give all this information, and then they do this as they're boxing it, pass, 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 pass. Cool. They also tell you right here the date it was manufactured. November 17th, 2023. Really cool. Like that. Wish more companies would do this. That way, you knew you got good quality control. You knew you guys had a product going out the door that's going to be reliable. You got your chamois cloth, your lens cleaning cloth. Like I said, this is where your scope would normally go. I'll show it here in just a minute. You get a sunshade, and you get a flash kill for the front of your scope. Very cool. Now the flash kill does not mount inside the sunshade. Bummer. Kind of wish it did, but no biggie. Here's your throw lever. And here is your scope rings. 2-piece scope rings, nothing special. I wish I could get a cantilever with it, but I think a lot more of the value is put into the scope and not as much into the accessories. You don't get any tools. I don't know what these are for. Your scope does not come with a battery, at least mine did not. So you're going to need a 2032 battery to be able to put the illumination on. If you don't want the illumination, that's fine. It is an edge reticle. So here's the scope in all its glory. It is, like I said, it's a little heavy. Your illumination is right here. One thing I do like about it is that each click, so like right now it would be on, right now it's off, right now it's on, right now it's off. So in between each brightness intensity setting, there's an off. So right now I'm at 6, and the reason I know that is because I'm looking over the side, and right there's off. Here's the throw lever. Boom. Get your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, and your 6 is on top here. The throw lever is a little big, a little thick. They're lens covers. Now your lens covers are just these little covers right here. Nothing special. They're not pop-up lenses. I have found that you can put pop-up lenses on this end here if you want, but good luck trying to find something over here. You're going to need to find something specific because it's not a 30 mil tube to here. It actually flares out. I don't know the dimensions on that right offhand, but the one thing I do see that I do like about these is when they pull off, put them side each other. They're very small, fit in your pocket. We're going to go ahead. We're going to move this over to the scale to weigh it. We can't beat it up too bad because this is really the only L.P.V.O. first focal plane scope I have. All my others are second focal plane. But we're going to go ahead and compare this to a few others weight-wise. So let's move over to the scale. Let's go ahead and get a weight on the Discover Optic 1 to 6 EDAR. Like I said, guys, this just kind of feels kind of heavy to me. It is 27.44 ounces. Now we're going to weigh a few more 1 to 6s here with cantilevers on them, even lens covers on them. CV Life 1 to 6 by 24, 21.08. Firefield 1 to 6 to 24, 21.1, 21.01. Okay, now we're going to go to the Guardian. This is a 1 to 10, 34 millimeter scope. 34 millimeter tube, excuse me. 27.5. This thing weighs almost as much as this one does. And this is a 1 to 10, not a 1 to 6. Then we have the Victor Optics 1 to 6 by 24. So just kind of a breakdown of these optics here. This is from lightest to heaviest. Now, granted, don't take it for too much. Take it with a grain of salt with what this one weighed. This is the only first focal plane optic out here. And first focal plane scopes usually do traditionally weigh more. I had a 1 to 8 scope. I don't have it anymore, but I had a 1 to 8 scope, and it weighed quite a bit too. So take that weight with a grain of salt. Like I said, this is a 1 to 10, second focal plane. All these are second focal planes with the exception of this. All right, let's get this mounted to a gun, get out to the range, and have some fun.
All right, gun is on safe. We're going to run down range now. We're going to check that and see where we need to make our adjustments. So down at the target, we are 1 inch high and we are 2 inches to the right. So we went 6 clicks to the left and we went 3 clicks down. Now why 3 and 6? Because this is a milled optic. Mills are 0.3 inches. They are a third of an inch. So they're right between a quarter and a half. So if I want an inch, I go down 3. If I want 2 inches, I go 6. So we're 2 inches to the right. We need to go 6 inches. We need to go 2 inches to the left. That's 6 clicks. We need to come down 1 inch. That's 1 click. All right. Let's go ahead and we will put some more rounds down that target and see how we did. All right. We'll make gun safe. We will run down and double check that again.
It's here, here, and here. So, by the looks of it, I need to go about 1 inch this way and 1 inch, or about half an inch down. I'm going to, it was kind of an odd thing. I had the illuminator on and this turned red. When I saw this was red, I just took my shot when I got these weird strings here. So, I don't know, I went back to just turning the illumination off and I got this tight group here. Unlike last time where first time I got this and this, which was kind of a flyer. So I'm going to go ahead and move it just a click or two back to the left, and I'm going to leave it. We're just going to have some fun out here making some B video, all right? Nothing big. We're not going to worry about that. It's close enough for government.
There is the scope at 1 power. Very clear. All right, give me a second because I can't do this with one hand. And there it is at a 6 power. Not bad. I really like the horseshoe. And then let's go ahead and for grins and giggles, we'll turn this on. There you go. And there's your illuminated reticle. I would not say it's daylight bright by any means, but I'm sorry. It's hard to get a phone to look through a scope. But I would say that is good enough for government.
The EDAR 1 to 6 by 24 from Discovery Optic. This thing is pretty cool. I like it. Yes, it's a little heavy. The glass is very, very clear. I do think they could probably shave some weight down with maybe cutting the illuminator down a little bit and maybe a little bit smaller turrets. But I don't know. Maybe that's something to do with first focal plane. I don't have a lot of experience with first focal plane. I have a lot more with second focal plane. I did not run the sunshade or the flash kill on the front of it. I like it this way. The flash kill, if you guys ever run one with a flash kill, you guys do get like little black pixels around the edges and around the inside of the optic. So I don't think you guys can go wrong. I like the knurling on it. Everything has nice, good grip. The zoom bell is a little tight, a little hard, but you do have that throw lever to counter that. The turrets, the covered turrets, the knurling on top of it is amazing. You get good grip. I could see that. One thing I did talk about, or forgot to talk about, was the lens covers. Lens covers are kind of cool. They stack on top of each other. I don't know if you guys just saw me take it off there on the illuminator, but you guys can do that. And this does stack on top of here, and then put it on the illuminator switch right there. I'm afraid I would lose it. Something else I did learn is, as you guys saw, they stack up on the back here and so forth. But if you take them apart and you accidentally put one inside the other, that one's going to be really hard to get out. Put it on the front of your lens, and then it comes off, and boom. The way I found that out was I put it in my pocket like that because it was narrow. And then when I did it, I was like, oh crap, I can't get that out. That's how. So if you're going to pocket them like I do, I would just put them in like that. And then when you're done, it's as simple as boom, boom. That's going to wrap up the video on the Discovery Optic 1:6x24. This thing is pretty sweet. I like it. I would recommend it for a budget optic. I think you guys got a lot of value in this. I would go with definitely get a cantilever. I wouldn't, or an offset mount like this. I wouldn't go with the two-piece scope mount. But I think that the optic itself is featured packed. I went over how to adjust on mils. They are a 0.3 MOA, not a quarter, not a half. It's a 0.3. So half is 0.5, quarter is 0.25. So this is a 0.3. If you go off of that, you'll be pretty on. I don't know what else to say about this. I do really like it. I think Discovery Optic is on the right path. I do think maybe they could shave some weight off by kind of getting some of those these knobs down a little bit. But I think they're on the right path. I think it's a great budget-friendly optic, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. For a first focal plane, you're getting a lot of value there for that scope. So go over, check out Discovery Optic on Amazon. If you guys like this channel, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing. Please subscribe. And thanks for shooting the breeze with me. We'll see you next time.